Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tim Booker channel. Wishing you all a delightful listening experience. Today, the book I'm decoding for you is Never Eat Alone, expanded and updated. But what does it mean not to dine alone? It's actually about sharing meals with people you want to connect with. However, this isn't a book about table manners, it's a book about social skills. The author believes that social interactions are everywhere, even during mealtime, and we should utilize that time to get to know important individuals. The reason for this is encapsulated in the book's subtitle, and Other Secrets to Success, One Relationship at a Time. The author of this book, Keith Ferrazzi, is a social guru who thrives on and excels in interpersonal relationships. He attended Yale University and Harvard Business School, and after graduating, he worked at one of the Big Four accounting firms, Deloitte. With his exceptional marketing abilities, he quickly became Deloitte's chief marketing officer and its youngest partner. Later, he joined companies like Hilton, Yaya, and eventually founded his own marketing consulting firm. Ferrazzi believes that the key to his success lies in social networking. He has compiled his life experiences and social expertise into this book, providing detailed insights into the significance of social interactions and how to establish and maintain a good social circle. These insights can be summarized by two questions. 1. Why should you build a social network? 2. How do you establish high-quality social connections? Let's start by addressing the first question, why should you build a social network? In the book, Ferrazzi answers this question through his own experiences. Firstly, social connections can yield tremendous power. Even when Ferrazzi was a young boy, he had a profound realization of this fact. Coming from a modest background with a father working as an ordinary laborer, Ferrazzi's access to quality education and career success was greatly influenced by his father's social connections. His father, despite the hardships of his job and meager income, aspired for his son to have a better future. After much contemplation, he gathered the courage to approach the CEO of the steel company he worked for, Mr. McNabb. McNabb happened to be a board member of a prominent local private school. Whether inspired by Ferrazzi's father's courage or recognizing Ferrazzi's potential, McNabb assisted Ferrazzi by reaching out to the school's principal and helping him secure a scholarship. For McNabb, it was a simple gesture, but it changed Ferrazzi's life forever. Secondly, success often results from accumulating personal connections and collaborations. In his youth, Ferrazzi worked as a caddy at a golf club to earn some extra money. During this time, he observed a phenomenon. The rich tend to get richer while the poor become poorer. Why does this happen? Having interacted closely with many wealthy individuals, Ferrazzi noticed that they possessed powerful social networks. Whenever they wanted to accomplish something, they could easily find the right people to connect and facilitate their goals. Wealthy individuals didn't rely solely on their personal abilities to amass wealth, instead, they continuously expanded their businesses through collective efforts and connections with others. However, these beneficial social circles were challenging for less affluent individuals to access. Arnold Palmer, a renowned American golfer who won multiple U.S. Open championships, started as a caddy just like Ferrazzi. He worked his way up through his exceptional golf skills to become a household name in the United States. He became an idol for Ferrazzi, someone seemingly out of reach but whom Ferrazzi managed to connect with closely through his social skills. How did this happen? After becoming a caddy, Ferrazzi's first customer was the wife of a lumber mill owner. Unlike other caddies who merely watched their customers play and collected golf balls, Ferrazzi went the extra mile. He explored the entire golf course, repeatedly testing the direction and speed of the ball's roll on the grass, all to help this lady win her game. Ferrazzi's dedication quickly paid off, earning him her friendship, and she introduced him to other customers. Due to his consistent outstanding performance, Ferrazzi was named the club's best caddy in his first year. When Arnold Palmer came to the club to play, Ferrazzi unquestionably became his caddy. All of this wasn't solely due to Ferrazzi's hard work, it was also thanks to the network he had built through his job. Let's start by addressing the first question, why should you build a social network? In the book, Ferrazzi answers this question through his own experiences. Firstly, social connections can yield tremendous power. Even when Ferrazzi was a young boy, he had a profound realization of this fact. Coming from a modest background with a father working as an ordinary laborer, Ferrazzi's access to quality education and career success was greatly influenced by his father's social connections. His father, despite the hardships of his job and meager income, aspired for his son to have a better future. After much contemplation, he gathered the courage to approach the CEO of the steel company he worked for, Mr. McNabb. McNabb happened to be a board member of a prominent local private school. Whether inspired by Ferrazzi's father's courage or recognizing Ferrazzi's potential, McNabb assisted Ferrazzi by reaching out to the school's principal and helping him secure a scholarship. For McNabb, it was a simple gesture, but it changed Ferrazzi's life forever. Secondly, success often results from accumulating personal connections and collaborations. In his youth, Ferrazzi worked as a caddy at a golf club to earn some extra money. During this time, he observed a phenomenon: the rich tend to get richer while the poor become poorer. Why does this happen? Having interacted closely with many wealthy individuals, Ferrazzi noticed that they possessed powerful social networks. Whenever they wanted to accomplish something, they could easily find the right people to connect and facilitate their goals. Wealthy individuals didn't rely solely on their personal abilities to amass wealth. Instead, they continuously expanded their businesses through collective efforts and connections with others. However, these beneficial social circles were challenging for less affluent individuals to access. Arnold Palmer, a renowned American golfer who won multiple U.S. Open championships, started as a caddy just like Ferrazzi. He worked his way up through his exceptional golf skills to become a household name in the United States. He became an idol for Ferrazzi, someone seemingly out of reach but whom Ferrazzi managed to connect with closely through his social skills. How did this happen? After becoming a caddy, Ferrazzi's first customer was the wife of a lumber mill owner. Unlike other caddies who merely watched their customers play and collected golf balls, Ferrazzi went the extra mile. He explored the entire golf course, repeatedly testing the direction and speed of the ball's roll on the grass, all to help this lady win her game. Ferrazzi's dedication quickly paid off, earning him her friendship, and she introduced him to other customers. Due to his consistent outstanding performance, Ferrazzi was named the club's best caddy in his first year. When Arnold Palmer came to the club to play, Ferrazzi unquestionably became his caddy. All of this wasn't solely due to Ferrazzi's hard work, it was also thanks to the network he had built through his job. So, how should one go about building high-quality social connections? Ferrazzi believes it involves 3 steps. The first step is to identify your goals. These goals primarily refer to career objectives. Your career goals serve as the foundation of your social interactions. With clear goals, you know the direction you need to take to achieve them, the skills required, and the people you need to connect with. The more specific your goals, the clearer your direction becomes. Importantly, when you share your goals with others, everyone you know can potentially become someone who helps you. Once career goals are established, Ferrazzi actively identifies network targets. It's akin to marking fortresses on a battlefield map that need to be conquered. Then, he devises the best strategies to approach these individuals, initiates contact, generously assists them with their issues, builds strong relationships, and collaboratively works towards his own goals. For example, someone aspiring to become a teacher would list influential figures who can help them secure a teaching position, find mentors who can guide them through the certification process, and so on. Setting goals also involves a crucial factor: seeking advice from a personal advisory board. This advisory board consists of individuals who are aware of your goals and are willing to provide assistance. They are trustworthy friends to whom you can turn for advice and guidance. After leaving Hilton, Ferrazzi consulted his advisory board about his new career direction. One friend suggested that it's not necessary to aim for Fortune 500 companies and that joining a rapidly growing startup could be an excellent choice to become a successful CEO. Ferrazzi embraced this perspective and adjusted his goals. Another friend introduced him to Yaya, a media marketing company. Ferrazzi smoothly transitioned to Yaya, using it as a stepping stone to enter the entertainment industry and the Hollywood market. Having identified your goals, the next step is to build your social circle. This is the second step in creating high-quality social connections, and it's guided by 3 principles. 1. Don't wait until you need someone's help to establish a relationship. 2. Make new acquaintances an integral part of your life and maintain effective follow-ups. 3. Deepen relationships by providing assistance. Now, let me introduce these 3 principles one by one. Firstly, don't wait until you need someone's help to establish contact with them. In other words, for your identified networking targets, initiate contact as early as possible. Even when you are not familiar with each other, or perhaps complete strangers, it's crucial to prepare and proactively approach your targets. Preparation is essential for successfully getting in touch with the people you want to meet. What's their name? Where do they work? What are their interests? What challenges are they currently facing? Collect as much information as possible so that, during a brief encounter, whether it's a few hours at a party, a few minutes on a phone call, or just seconds in an elevator together, you can quickly make an impression and initiate a conversation. Ferrazzi always invests effort in his preparations. For instance, before attending a business conference, Ferrazzi discovered that A.G. Lafley, the former CEO of Procter & Gamble, would be present. Ferrazzi had long wanted to connect with this business leader. So, he began recalling his network. He remembered that while studying at Yale, Lafley had given a speech there as an alum. Ferrazzi then searched the Yale alumni website and found that Lafley had attended the Berkeley campus of Yale. Ferrazzi deduced that Lafley was likely to know Professor Robin at the Berkeley campus, who happened to be a friend of Ferrazzi's. Consequently, Ferrazzi was able to approach Lafley as a Yale alum and use their mutual acquaintance with the professor as a starting point for a conversation, ultimately gaining valuable insights from Lafley. In this case, Ferrazzi exemplified how to prepare for social interactions effectively and seize opportunities proactively. In his book, Never Eat Alone, Ferrazzi also provides detailed guidance on the art of making cold calls to strangers, which can be adapted to more contemporary forms of communication, such as WhatsApp. The first technique is to try to establish a connection face-to-face. The most challenging aspect of making a connection is getting into the other person's contact list. Therefore, when suggesting mutual adding as friends, take out your phone immediately. The second technique is that if face-to-face connection is not possible, make sure to clearly indicate the source of your contact request when sending it. The best source is a recommendation from a mutual friend. Many might wonder how to know who the mutual friend is. In today's age of advanced internet information, it's not as difficult as you might think to find out who you and the other person both know. Social networking websites like Twitter and Facebook can help you discover information about the other person's interests, education, work history, and more. The third technique is to provide useful information. Once a conversation begins, it's essential to offer valuable information that interests the other person. When wrapping up, you can also make concessions, allowing the other person some room for thought. For instance, convey that it's perfectly fine if they aren't interested in the information you've shared, and express your delight at getting to know them. So, after establishing a connection with the people you want to meet, what should you do next? Should you just let them sleep in your contact list? Absolutely not. Ferrazzi believes in making new acquaintances a part of your life and maintaining effective follow-up. 95% of people don't reach out after a chance meeting. By following up, you can distinguish yourself from that 95% and leave a lasting impression. Ferrazzi's follow-up includes not only direct contacts but also intermediaries who can make introductions and less prominent social connections. For direct contacts, Ferrazzi develops a strict follow-up plan. After meeting someone, he sends an email within 12 hours. For instance, if he encounters someone on a plane and exchanges contact information, he'll send an email that same evening. If it's at an evening event, he'll choose to send the email early the next morning. The email doesn't contain highly specific content but mainly provides a brief introduction of himself and recalls the casual and interesting topics discussed during the meeting. If he sees that the person is active on social platforms like LinkedIn or Facebook, he'll also connect with them there. 1 month later, Ferrazzi sends another email to keep the connection alive. For intermediaries who can facilitate introductions, Ferrazzi maintains regular contact as well. These are individuals who easily connect with a wide range of people and can introduce different individuals to each other, such as restaurant owners, headhunters, journalists, and public relations professionals. Due to their professional relationships, they have extensive networks, and staying in touch with them allows you to access different worlds and potentially obtain valuable information. Ferrazzi also places great importance on peripheral social connections. This refers to individuals you connect with online, outside your immediate social circle. For example, those you follow on microblogging platforms like Weibo might include some close friends, but others could be experts in specific fields whom you only know one-sidedly. However, you can see all their status updates and posts on your platform. While some may consider this personal life information or emotional status updates as useless, Ferrazzi disagrees. He believes that peripheral social connections are crucial. In the past, information was typically held by a select few, granting them certain privileges. The emergence of peripheral social connections has made information abundant and freely accessible. Learning to mine information and extract useful details from a vast sea of data can grant you certain privileges. Ferrazzi greatly admires a Facebook blogger named Scoble, who manages his peripheral social connections exceptionally well. Scoble has 40,000 followers on Facebook and frequently live streams events like the Davos Forum or interviews with celebrities. He also shares information about technological trends. This strong interaction between Scoble and his followers results in the exchange of extensive information. Consequently, Scoble became highly valued by some tech companies. His access to first-hand tech information and his high level of engagement with his followers became valuable resources for businesses. In other words, although Scoble may not have deep relationships with his followers, he wields significant influence over them. His thoughts and viewpoints are rapidly embraced, and he gains first-hand information from his followers. This illustrates the characteristics of peripheral social connections. The final principle in building your social circle is to generously help others deepen their relationships. According to Ferrazzi, social networking involves strengthening connections by continually assisting one another. The key to this is a spirit of generosity, generously helping others, contributing your time, experience, network, and sharing your information. There's a vivid example involving Jack Valenti, the former president of the Motion Picture Association of America, MPAA, whom Ferrazzi had long wanted to meet. For a significant period, there was no opportunity for Ferrazzi to do so, and their interactions had been limited to a brief conversation during a luncheon. Eventually, Ferrazzi learned that Jack's son was interested in entering the consulting industry, so he provided Jack's son with advice and introduced him to several professionals. Several months later, when Ferrazzi met Jack again and discussed his son's career, Jack, who had initially made little impression on Ferrazzi, suddenly showed great interest. He began asking Ferrazzi questions related to his profession and accepted Ferrazzi's invitation to attend his gathering. In this way, Ferrazzi's generosity and well-timed assistance helped him build a positive social relationship. Alright, under the guidance of these three principles, after establishing your social circle, we arrive at the third step in building high-quality social connections, crafting and promoting your personal brand. Regardless of how well social skills are employed, the success of your social interactions ultimately depends on your individual capabilities and qualities. This includes your character, trustworthiness, and the level of professionalism you exhibit in your career. These are all components of your personal brand within high-quality social networking. Building your personal brand involves considerations from both internal and external aspects. Internally, you should strive for depth and become an expert in your field, possessing profound insights and knowledge that others do not have. This requires in-depth exploration within your specific domain. So, how can one excel in their chosen field? Ferrazzi suggests continually staying at the forefront of your industry, understanding and analyzing the latest trends and opportunities, and constantly updating your knowledge base. On the external front, you should focus on promoting your personal brand. In today's society, even the finest wine needs marketing. Thus, the art of promoting your personal brand is crucial. Ferrazzi offers several strategies. The first strategy involves aligning your personal brand with the hottest and most followed topics. In other words, riding the waves of current trends. For example, within a blog documenting your work experiences, crafting articles related to current hot topics and your professional work can significantly boost the blog's visibility. The second strategy is harnessing the power of the media. We often see many celebrities, well-known CEOs, and successful entrepreneurs featured in the media. Are they inherently more worthy of media attention? In reality, it's because they invest significant time and resources in building relationships with media reporters. When Ferrazzi served as the CEO of Yaya, he employed this approach. He once met an editor during a non-profit event who worked for a media outlet renowned for covering the latest tech trends. Ferrazzi proactively provided this editor with his company's profile, technical information, and industry expertise, which the editor used to publish an in-depth industry report. Shortly thereafter, Yaya gained recognition, receiving interview invitations from renowned media outlets such as the New York Times and Forbes. The third strategy involves joining exceptional organizations. Ferrazzi's life experiences have made him acutely aware that achieving significant accomplishments often requires collaboration with others. Establishing or joining organizations is an excellent way to build strong social connections. World Economic Forum, TED conferences, and other top-tier business summits offer successful entrepreneurs opportunities to meet more people and expand their horizons. Joining an organization or, based on your professional network, creating one can be the most effective means of expanding your social circle and strengthening partnerships. The second question is, how do you build high-quality social connections? That's it. The content was quite extensive, so let me recap Ferrazzi's 3 steps for building high-quality social connections. The first step is to identify your goals. Your career goals serve as the foundation of your social connections. These goals should align with your abilities and passions. Start by defining your career objectives and then identify your network targets. During this process, it's essential to seek advice from your trusted advisors. The second step is to establish your social circle, and Ferrazzi outlines 3 principles for this. 1. Proactively connect, initiate contact with people you want to get to know. Don't wait until you need help to start building these relationships. 2. Timely follow-up, maintain and nurture your relationships by staying in touch regularly. 3. Generosity, deepen your connections by generously helping others, focusing on their wealth, health, and family. The third step involves crafting and promoting your personal brand. The cornerstone of building your brand is professionalism and expertise within your field. Once you have a strong personal brand, you should learn how to market yourself effectively. This includes leveraging hot topics, utilizing media resources, and joining reputable organizations to expand your network. Social networking is an evergreen topic, and people have realized the importance of building a network through social interactions. However, not everyone knows how to establish high-quality social connections. We hope this book has been of assistance to you. Alright, that's the end of this book. Congratulations on completing another book, and thank you for your support and attention. Please subscribe to the Tim Booker channel, like this video, and share this valuable knowledge with your friends. Let's combine wisdom and practice to achieve our financial goals and create a better future. Thank you, everyone.